Morning world, it's 8 in the morning, it's the 1st of December 2015. Big thank you for all the compliments, for all the videos that I put up yesterday. But let's have a look, what's going on today? The moon is currently at 16 degrees of Leo and it's trining Mercury at 16 degrees of Sagittarius, and they're both trining Uranus at 16 degrees of Aries. So this morning, at least UK time, is generally seen as a good time. It's a time where we can make a lot of options happen, and there's development potentials inherent in the chart all day. There's no void moon. The moon is coming up to sextile Venus over the course of the day. It's a good day. So the overriding patterns in the sky are still the conjunction of the Sun with Saturn and their mutual square to Neptune, along with the upcoming opposition of Mars to Uranus and the square to Pluto. The Saturn-Neptune thing, which is going on and will be going on for the next 6 months, 8 months in the background, well, it is talking about the environment. It is talking about the empathic flood of sensation. It is talking about the dissolving of old philosophies and the old agendas concerning religion, truth, justice and law, all Sagittarian constructs which Saturn is now deconstructing and hopefully forming new boundaries once Neptune has finished dissolving the old. But this is the background. This is the background to the events of the coming 6 months, with the change of structure and the change of beliefs that's going to become more and more obvious in the world over the coming year. At the moment, we're dealing with Mars square Pluto and Mars opposite Uranus, and this is both getting stronger and stronger. So, unfortunately, it does seem that this next week, week and a half, is going to be pretty critical, both on a personal and a global level. This morning's news that Britain is going to vote on whether to bomb Syria. We're not quite sure which side because they keep getting it mixed up. But they're still going to drop bombs on people and kill a lot of people because they think it's the right thing to do, is pretty dodgy news as far as I'm concerned. And I still think this will be a very defining moment for David Cameron and his prime ministership. But this is only the surface. This is only the surface. It's not the real world. What seems to be happening underneath is that there's a power struggle here, and it's a struggle not just for individual lives or individual countries. It's a struggle around the nature of power and who runs the world. And I'm not buying into the conspiracy theories that a lot of people who write blogs on my site who write comments on my site seem to buy into. I'm not buying into what I call the paranoid delusion and a number of people who seem to think that the world is just one giant conspiracy theory. Well, sorry, you're wrong. It's not. Humankind is not that intelligent to have that type of power game. But it does seem that at the moment the real struggle is for who runs the world, and more importantly, which way the world is run. And I think that capitalism and the notion of profit that has especially been released since the credit bust of the late 80s has finally reached a point where it realises that it's only engorging on itself, and that the power structures cannot get any bigger without not only engorging on itself but collapsing in under the weight of their own overinflated egos. It does seem that capitalism as we've understood it is approaching an end game, and that there seems to be a new game beginning to emerge. It's not yet clear as to what the new boundaries of the new future will be. But with Mars squaring Pluto now, it's very much around the death throes of the old and the releasing of the old power struggles. And there's going to be a lot of gnashing of teeth and raging of hedge fund managers and bankers and profit brokers in the next few weeks, as Mars not only squares Pluto but opposes Uranus, and brings new paradigms, new games into play in ways that's going to appear quite shocking on the surface. I do expect the manifestation of this to be challenging, and I do expect one or two minor or even bigger outrages over the coming couple of weeks, but I also think that this is the end of a long period of challenge, and I do hope that by the time we're into the new year, we're going to be seeing a very different ball game beginning to unfold in front of us. We're going to be seeing the end of a more complacent attitude towards the environment, and hopefully the emergence of a new system beginning next year, which will actually pay a lot more attention to the planet we live on and how to take us out of our internecine petty squabbles and move us into a much more communal attitude towards humanity. Because at the end of the day, we're just one species. We have different appearances, different religions, different beliefs, different politics, but that's all human imposed. We're one species. We live on one planet, and the planet can get on very well without us. We cannot get on very well without the planet. So I really think that next year is going to be a time of many people coming together in a much more communal way. And for me, this can't happen soon enough. Enough ranting, lecture over, catch you tomorrow. Bye.